This is Skye, your soulful progressive with FNN-Feminist News Network, that feminist news that's right for you. Welcome to Skye, on location here in Honolulu, Hawaii. Yes, giving you that local soulful news you need. Yes, indeed. And if you haven't told anybody to like and subscribe today to get it that soulful way, well, baby, you better let them know I'm serving it up today. Now, what is it I want to talk to you about? What is going on? You would think we were in the third rock in Georgia at the Georgia Immigration and Customs Enforcement Prison. They are giving women hysterectomies without their permission. Now, this was announced on Democracy Now! So we're going to take a look at what they were talking about because it was quick, and then we're going to discuss.
Lawmakers have called for an investigation into reports that a doctor in Georgia has been performing hysterectomies on immigrant women held at an Immigration and Customs Enforcement prison without their consent. The shocking claim first came to light in a whistleblower complaint filed by a nurse named Dawn Wootin, who works at the Irwin County Detention Center in Georgia. Wootin appeared on MSNBC Tuesday night.
I had several detained women on numerous occasions that would come to me and say, Miss Wootin, I had a hysterectomy. Why? I had no answers as to why they had those procedures. And one lady walked up to me here this last time around between October of 19 until July the 2nd. And she said, what is he? Is he the uterus collector? Does he collect uteruses? And I asked her, what does she mean? And she says, everybody that I talked to has had a hysterectomy.
In related news, ICE has temporarily halted the deportation of Pauline Bingham, a Cameroonian mother who says she was involuntarily sterilized while detained in Georgia. Bingham was already on the plane Wednesday when her deportation was stopped. She's lived in the United States since the age of 2. National outcry likely led to the stopping of her deportation.
I know you heard that. Isn't that the ugliest thing? You were thinking they were Nazis being experimented on. You would think this was back in the days of the Tuskegee experiments, what they're doing to them. But this is no surprise because they were doing it for decades in places like North Carolina and Virginia and West Virginia to poor women and women of color, giving them hysterectomies too. But they were deemed too poor and unfit to have children. So once they had one, when they went into the hospitals, they took them out. And they're still trying to settle out of court for those cases. And now it was called on by a whistleblower. Thank God for this woman, Miss Wootin, because she did what was needed. Dawn Wootin, she did what was needed. And thank God for our nurses like her that hear the horrifying tales of people just being taken and given procedures without their permission, which means they're given anesthetic without their permission, because you got to put somebody under the give them a hysterectomy, and this is ugly.
Okay, I want to add some extra additional content in regards to Dawn Wootin and this women in ICE detention given hysterectomies by this doctor. I got information from the Immigration Impact and Project South, who brought the whistleblower case out to everybody's attention. And now that Dawn has been seen on MSNBC, and I want to go ahead and let you know about the heavy.com news interview in regards to calling the doctor the uterus collector. Now, the article states that this doctor on September 14th, Wootin, who's 42, filed a complaint with Homeland Security and U.S. Immigration and Customs, and she had alleged that multiple women were sent to the same gynecologist, and I believe I have his name, but I'm not going to give it, who is not named in the complaint, but everybody that sees him either has their ovaries removed or has their tubes removed or has a hysterectomy. Because there was a alleged woman, and this is the woman from Haiti, that went for a cyst and instead had a hysterectomy. Now, Senators Barbara Lee and AOC has gotten involved in this case to stop the deportation of one of the alleged whistleblowers, a woman that has been here from Haiti since the age of 2 and has a 13-year-old daughter. The plane was stopped and she was taken off of that plane. Thank goodness for that. Now, let's take them all and let them be able to live with their families like they should. Wootin had said that several inmates had told her that they do not know why they had to have hysterectomies. And that's when they started calling him the uterus collector. Everybody he sees, they're either taking out the uterus or taking out their tubes. And what in the world, you know? That's what's going on with that. Horrible. Now, this is what I want to mention that nobody is talking about except for the heavy in the news, where she mentions her mentor in this filing whistleblowing case, where her mentor, who was Marion Cole, died of COVID-19 in the detention center ran by LaSalle. And her supervisor tried to say that she had underlying health issues that contributed to her death, and it was her age, and no, it was not a family event. It was her being working with those detainees and nobody wearing proper PPE, because not wearing and not having proper PPE is a part of the complaint also, because she feels that she may been exposed at some point, and they were offering other people PPE over her. Only higher officials got the PPE, so it's kind of racist, because if she felt bad, she wasn't given time off where other girls that were white were, so that was wrong. And the woman, Marion Cole, she died in May of 2020. And Wootin credits Cole for teaching her so much about life, people, co-workers, and nursing. She referred to her as a mentor and said that she would be missing hearing her call her name so much as she did.
Now, this prison is ran by the LaSalle Prison Group, another for-profit prison. So you know they're making over $700 a day off of each woman per day. And on top of doing this procedure for the government, we gotta find out who was in the higher levels of government and how far up did it go to put down the word, we must do this to these women. And you'd be surprised at what level that goes. I know. This is wrong in 100 types of ways. And for the Project South who put this out, we give, for Project South, we give high snaps for being able to do what they needed to do to let that word out, because it needed it, honey. And thank goodness for Project South and organizations like that that stay on top of the disparities and the genocide and other things that are created by this for-profit system, and especially during this time of COVID, which shouldn't be the new normal. And if you agree with me that this is not and shouldn't be going on, and that we need to let our voices be known and find out who is putting the word down to even allow this to happen, and that person needs to lose their job, and anybody that's doing it for anybody that thinks, because if this goes as high up as I think it does, they all need to go. Now, if you agree with that, leave your comments below and let me know at FeministNewsN @gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Facebook page. And remember, I'm that Soulful Progressive one on Twitter. Got that rant of the day on Blogger. And I am that one woman team. One woman team. Yeah. So if you care to donate, that's just contact me, send me an email, and I'll let you know what to do. I'll give you the P.O. box. Alright, now remember, in this era of hate, you gotta participate so we don't abuse women's bodies by creating genocide in America. Not anymore. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Peace.